Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Amelia Danielle. If you are new, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back and rocking with me. Your support means so much. And so yesterday, everybody was on a whole rampage in their feelings, in their emotions about the election results. I am in uniform, so I will not talk about it. All I want to say is that be happy and be blessed. Thank God for waking you up this morning. Thank God for allowing you to see another day. You know what I'm saying? Don't let what someone else has going on, regardless if it affect you or not, have you react based off of your emotions. Give yourself time to understand how you are feeling and know at the end of the day, it is going to be all right. Don't give so much energy to something that you know you are not going to be able to change. And if you feel like you can change it, and if you feel like it is worth it, then you know what? Kudos and kumbaya to you. But I know I'm just happy that God woke me up. I know that I am just happy that I am able to see another day. I know that I am happy that I am not stressed out, that I am blessed to have a healthy family. I'm just blessed to be able to talk to my mom, my dad, my friends, go to work, get paid, pay my bills. I am able to have fun and enjoy my life. And so I am not going to be stressing about nothing that I have no control over. I am going to take my emotions out of it, and I hope y'all do too. Just know that God is watching and God will take care of you no matter what the outcome at the end of the day is. You know what I'm saying? Like, just control and stay in your lane. Do what you need to do. Show up. Check on those who need to be checked on. Make sure you're checking on yourself and taking care of yourself, and you will be all right. Okay, so enough about that. I am going to go ahead and talk about this video. So if you are wanting to put in a warrant packet, if you are looking to go warrant and you need a senior LOR, because at the end of the day, that is a requirement for your packet, right? You need to have a senior LOR. Whether you have a warrant working at the battalion level or the brigade level or the division level, you need a senior LOR. And so if you find yourself stuck in a place where you don't know what to do because you have completed a packet and the only thing that you need or left for your packet to be complete and submitted is a senior LOR, you should have taken the time. I talk fast, y'all. So you should have taken the time to figure out all of these things, especially when it pertains to you getting a senior LOR for your packet. I hate to jump off topic, but I am in the parking lot recording this video. Everybody knows what unit I am in. Everybody has seen my promotion post with my patch. I post TikToks and reels and everything like that, so everybody for the most part know what unit I am in. And so being that I am at work in the parking lot, I have a few minutes to spare before I have to go in because I have to be here at 9 o'clock. It is currently 8:50, so this video is not going to be long, but let me just go back to what I was saying, right? Because I ain't want nobody to be like, well, ooh, what unit she in? Y'all know what unit I'm in. Y'all know I'm stationed at Fort Liberty, formerly known as Fort Bragg. And so let's go ahead and, get that out the way. But in regards to you want to submit a warrant packet, right? If you know you don't know what the requirements are, then you need to figure out what the requirements are. One of the requirements is getting a senior LOR. So you know that you need a senior LOR when you are submitting a warrant packet, regardless of what you are submitting your warrant packet for, right? And so if you are at the company level and you know you need a senior LOR, you need to reach out to whoever that next higher up would be. So I will give you an example based off of 92 Yankees because I can relate. I know their experience. I have had conversations with some of them, and this is what they are experiencing, right? And so they may be at the company level, but they don't have a warrant officer at the battalion. The warrant officer works at the brigade. And if you are at the company, depending on your relationship with that warrant, you cannot just have a phone conversation. You can't just text. You can't just send an email. You can't just DM. You can't just, hit them up on Teams and say, hey, Chief, can I get a senior LOR? Like, it doesn't work that way. We all know that there are certain avenues in regards to being able to communicate directly with a warrant officer. And so based off of some experiences that have came across my way that I have heard of, there are 92 Yankees at the companies that are not able to talk to the warrant officers. Okay, so if you are in a situation where you can't directly talk to a warrant officer and ask for a senior letter of recommendation, this is what I advise, right? So if you are at the company, which means you are a specialist, E5, whatever your rank is, right? And you are at the company, that means you need to reach out to your S4, your S4 NCO. If there is a PBO NCO, you need to reach out to your PBO NCO. My recommendation before you reach out to the PBO NCO is that you reach out to the S4 NCO. If the S4 NCO is not available because they're TDY, they're on deployment, they are forward, they are at JRTC, or whatever the case may be, send them an email. Give them the common courtesy to send them an email and say, hey, I want to put in a warrant packet. I'm trying to get a senior LOR. Can I please speak to the PBO NCO since you are not present? And then just wait on that S4 to let you know what it is, right? And then if they are okay with you talking to the PBO NCO, then go talk to the PBO NCO. Hey, PBO NCO, I would like to know what are the requirements for me to be able to get a senior letter of recommendation from the brigade PBO, because there may not be a PBO warrant officer at the battalion level. If there is a warrant officer at the battalion level, then that means they are a WO1 or either a CW2. They are not able to write you a senior LOR, which means you need to go get one from your brigade. And so after you talk to your PBO NCO, and then your PBO NCO talk to your battalion PBO, if you have one, then that battalion PBO will then reach out to the senior PBO. Well, I keep saying PBO. We are now called APOs. That PBO or APO at the battalion will reach out to the senior at the brigade level, because at this point, I'm pretty sure if they're working at the brigade, that they are a CW2 promotable or CW3. And so at that point, they meet the qualifications in regards to them writing you a senior LOR. And then they will come back and let you know, hey, the brigade APO / PBO said that the requirements for you to be able to submit your warrant packet in regards to receiving a senior LOR from them on their behalf is blah, 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 blah. So that senior warrant may need 5 things from you, whether that's you completing a net USR class, that mean, whether you need to go to a PBOG Army class, whether you need to have all of your requirements before they even consider looking at your packet, before they even consider giving you a senior LOR. Because why are you wasting their time? Why do you not know what the requirements are? Why do you not have the requirements? Why do you need to even reach out in regards to what or how to go about getting a senior LOR if you don't even meet the requirements? But if you are a specialist and you are trying to figure it all out, because at the end of the day, you do want to go warrant and you do need to know what those requirements are, then just get what the requirements are based off of the senior writing you an LOR. And then work on those requirements, because you need to have a 110. You need to have English 1 and 2. You need to have certain things for you to be able to put in your warrant packet anyway. You need to complete ALC. You need to have NCOERs. And so there are things that you need to do before that senior is even going to consider writing you a LOR. So do those things, right? And then also, if you are trying to go warrant and put in a warrant packet, do not wait to the last minute to have somebody review your warrant packet. Do not wait to the last minute to try and shadow somebody. Do not wait until the last minute to say, hey, I want to go warrant, because you did not make the Sergeant First Class list. Well, you did, but your OML number is high. There are so many things that warrant officers go through. This is not an easy job. And granted, you may feel like you are ready for this. A lot of y'all are, but a lot of y'all lack basic things. And I'm speaking on behalf of the 92 Yankees. If you do not know how to pull a bomb change report, if you do not know how to go in there and create your PB10 work orders, and you are updating trackers and Excel spreadsheets and your IWBK based off of you creating them from scratch. If you are not providing your commander with an updated tracker based off of the dollar amount decreasing every week, every month, based off of your shortages coming in and you updating your material slips and your bombs, if you do not have DST access to where you can see your incoming and outgoing lateral transfers, if you are not implementing CSDP and you do not have a CSDP checklist where you scored at least an 85 or higher, where you have not completed some military classes based off of your MOS, you can go to the Armor School, you can go to G Army S4, G Army PBO, you can just go to the basic G Army class. There are so many things, even in regards to being able to input part numbers in a flipple, even even in regards to you getting all of your supporting documents before you even initiate a flipple. And then if I am a PBO/APO at the battalion level and you reach out to me and say, hey, Chief, can I come shadow you? I'm going to ask you some questions. If you can't answer those questions, for one, and then for two, if you don't meet the requirements, for three, if I'm looking at your NCOERs and you don't have a MQ or HQ or just the common knowledgeable things that you need for your warrant packet in general, I am not going to waste my time and energy on you, because being a warrant officer is not for the birds. Y'all think, I don't know what y'all think. Now, some warrant officer MOSs are a little chill. I would say ammo, mobility, but they work, and the fuelers, they work really, really hard before, during deployments. You know what I'm saying? But the APO or the PBO, this is a everyday non-stop job. Even if you are a 92 and you are not tracking your top 5 shortages for your company, if you don't have some type of input in USR shortages, if you haven't done certain things, do not waste another warrant officer's time, because time means everything to us. We have multiple meetings. We have warrant officer PT. We have suspense and deadlines and things that we have to do. The regulation just continues to get updated. Now we're doing Florida book inventories. I am typing memos. I am constantly working on things throughout the day that if you contact me and you waste my time, I can just about imagine why a battalion APO/PBO or a brigade PBO does not want to waste their time on trying to have a conversation with you if you don't even know what the basic requirements are, if you don't even meet the basic requirements, if you have not obtained a 110 GT score, if you don't even know your job, you're just showing up at work every day doing the bare minimum. Why do you want to be a warrant officer? Why? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand why you feel like because your OML number is high or because you can't make promotion points for E5 or E6, you want to put in a warrant packet. Like, it doesn't work that way. It's just like when you're a civilian and you are trying to move up through the ranks as a civilian, you have to do certain things. My husband works at the finance office. Do you think it's easy for him being a civilian trying to move up just because he's been working at the finance office for 7 years? You feel like because you have been in the Army for 6 and 7 years that you should just be able to be a warrant and get selected. It just does not work that way. And a lot of soldiers will say, oh, the leadership. A lot of soldiers will say, oh, I don't want to be in the military anymore. Well, guess what? Get out. Go see how it is on the civilian side. When I tell you it's not easy, it's not what you think it is. My husband has to put in leave every time he has an appointment. If he want to go to the dentist to get a cleaning, he has to put in leave. If he wants to go have an extended lunch break with me because his lunch break is only 30 minutes, he has to put in leave. If Phoenix is out of school for a day, he has to put in leave. Granted, the military is very catering when it comes to your children being out of school, so they do allow the soldiers to be at home and telework or just not come in or bring their kids to work, whatever the case may be. I don't think that everything needs to be handed to you. Take accountability for what you are not doing to progress in your career. But what I will say based off of this video, because I am talking about getting and obtaining a senior LOR, if you want a senior LOR, regardless of what MOS you may be trying to put your warrant packet in for, go through the proper channels, right? The first thing you need to do is go to the warrant officer, the warrant recruiting page, and see what the requirements are, for one. For two, you need to contact a warrant officer recruiting station on your installation to figure out what the requirements are and how you can go about uploading and submit your warrant packet. You need to have a physical. You need to have college. Some, you don't have to have a degree, but I know for a 920 Alpha, you have to have English 1 and 2. You have to take your PT serious. Don't go out here doing the bare minimum, and when time for you to take your ACFT, you are submitting your warrant packet with the bare minimum scores. Your score is like a 500. Do you know there are people who actually max out their ACFT who are putting in warrant packets? And then you have to keep in mind too that when you actually do get selected and you go to WATS, you have to pass an ACFT. So even if you are getting somebody to write off or, whatever they do in regards to your scores, or pencil whipping it as what they call it, in regards to your ACFT score for you to put in your warrant packet and you get selected, you still need to be able to pass an ACFT when you go to WATS and WOBIC. Okay? Like, You have to do what you have to do. And then when you do become a warrant and people come ask you questions, you have to know the answers. So don't put in a warrant packet just because it looks good or you feel like the hand salute is going to make you feel better at the end of the day. Because once you become a warrant as a W01, you don't even get saluted. And it's not that soldiers don't want to salute you. They just don't know because they're like brand new to the Army, or they can barely see your rank because the dots are really tiny, or whatever the excuses are for what I have experienced in all my other battles based off what they have experienced about not getting saluted. That's not what you should be putting in a warrant packet for. Okay, so in regards to this video and me trying to keep y'all on track with how to go about getting a senior LOR, follow those steps. First, see what the warrant officer requirements are, and you can go to the warrant officer recruiting page to see what those requirements are based off of what job or warrant officer MOS you want to put your packet in for. Do that first. Second, go see a warrant officer recruiting team. If you don't have one on your installation, reach out to another installation who has a warrant officer recruiting team on their installation and get some feedback from them. Email them, ask them, you know what I'm saying, what the process is. Third thing you need to do is go through your chain, your leadership, or whoever in regards to being able to get a senior LOR to see what those requirements are in order for a senior to be able to write you a senior letter of recommendation on your behalf. And then last but not least, to be able to close out this video, I know I said third and last, but the last thing that I want to say is make sure you have the requirements, okay? Don't waste nobody's time. Don't waste your time. Don't have an attitude. Take accountability for what you are or are not doing based off of what you may or may not know, because it's not up to somebody else to tell you what you need to know and what you need to do for your warrant packet. You can't sit here and be like, oh, I didn't know that. Well, if you didn't know, why are you trying to be a warrant officer? Or, oh, I didn't know I needed this. And well, what were you thinking, that somebody was going to give you the answers? And then if that's the case and you are thinking like that and that is your mentality, then that tells me that you don't even know your job. You see what I'm saying? So like if you're sitting here like, oh, chief, I want to be a warrant, but what's the requirements? I'm going to be like, what? Like, you don't know? Okay, stop wasting my time, okay? I am always here and available for mentorship, some one-on-one. You can text me, DM me, call me, FaceTime me, comment on my TikTok, on my Reels, on IG. You can leave me a message on my YouTube, because I am always open to helping soldiers out. But you have to be able to help yourself, okay? And so I hope this video helped. I hope nobody did not take it the wrong way. If there are any questions, please reach out. I know I may have seemed a little aggressive on this video. Those are not my intentions. I just want y'all to take accountability and figure some things out on your own. It's not easy being a warrant. It's not all peaches and cream. It's not cracked up as you think it is. But if you have any questions, don't be afraid to send me a message. Don't be afraid to call me. Don't be afraid to DM me, because I have soldiers who do it literally every day. They contact me. And then if you want access to the GT improvement and mentorship page, then just leave your email, military email, down below, and I will go ahead and add you within that group. There is my warrant officer packet. It's the Order of St. Martin. There are some continuity things in there. There's some things in there about the Abrams and how that's changing. It's just a whole lot of things in that folder. That's why it is called GT improvement and mentorship, because it's some things in there from the actual BSEP class if you want to download them and print them and use them as study material. And so I hope this video helped. I hope if y'all have any questions, y'all feel free to reach out to me. Until next time, my name is Amelia. Peace.